Welcome back to the Bluegreen Vacations Duel. It's time to set the outside lane of the starting lineup for Sunday's Daytona 500. McDowell chose the outside. He and Cindric, two Mustangs, lead them to green.
Where'd my outside line go, Kevin?
Well, they had the start coordinated between the two Fords of Austin Cindric and Michael McDowell for Michael McDowell to take off and come down in front of Austin Cindric so that they were lined up early.
RC Keselowski hung out on the outside. 3 wide. The crossover, letting McDowell in, getting established on that bottom. It was effective.
And the one thing I always liked being in race 2 was I got to watch race 1 and learn the characteristics of some of the cars so that I knew what to expect. I always felt like in race 2 of the duels, I could be more aggressive right off the bat because I knew what those characteristics were. And you know, even if you didn't have a teammate or something in the first race, you could watch and learn and see what was going on.
You sound like those guys at the start of overtime with the Super Bowl going, they want the ball? They want to go first?
Yeah.
I want to go second. And here's your chance.
But all the same things apply in this particular race. You know, you're filling out your car. You're, deciding how aggressive that you can be with the way that it hits the ground, or if it's not hitting the ground, and doing all the things early here to be comfortable to start giving that guy in front of you a little push, giving that guy a little side draft, trying to do the things that you know you need to do in order to keep your car up front or advance forward.
If there's ever a team and organization that has the upper hand here, it's Stewart-Haas.
You know, it allows your line to start gaining speed, and then as the leader, the second place car will push you out there, and the leader will drag the brake or let off the gas a little bit to try to keep that distance as close as possible to keep dragging that line forward.
Looking back here in the pack a little bit longer, riding with Christopher Bell, you saw Bubba Wallace there, and even Denny Hamlin. I was kind of keeping an eye on those guys. Not those big movers like we saw in the first duel, gaining 12, 13 spots.
Yeah, and as we go back further in the pack right here, you see Bubba, he's able to run 50% throttle. And I know you're thinking at home, what in the world? Why is he half throttle? Well, with all the air and the accordion effect and everything that goes on with these cars, he can just try to keep a steady gap and hold that thing about 50%. And he's really going to save some fuel in order to work on that pit stop speed that we know, if they don't have an early caution, is going to dictate where you come out off of pit road when you put fuel in the car, because they're not going to change tires unless they screw something up.
BJ McLeod on the right there of Denny Hamlin. Hamlin trying to move up a spot, and McLeod just trying to keep David Reagan in sight at this point. Here's Bubba Wallace's team.
Joey pulled up, blocked the top. Impressive that Joey's running both races. Who is that? Oh, 34. It's a big track, man. Give me a break.
13 drivers in different places from last year. 11 crew chief changes, 17 spotter changes over the entire field.
Yeah, and the key word there is spotter at this particular race. Learning a new spotter. We talked about Ryan Blaney and his situation, but there are several other teams that are in a position to learn their new spotters, and it's so important to get in a rhythm here.
Riley Herbst, little shot there. Noah Gregson.
Pretty treacherous place right off of the exit of turn 4 to be that tight.
Turn 4, you always want that car to be pointed as straight as possible when you come up off the corner, and Noah is being really aggressive in pushing, and Riley has experience. He ran the super speedway races last year, did a great job. I raced around him a lot, part-time in the Cup Series, and on all of those races he ran in the front of the field.
Well, let's go to the other end of the field where are two of the RFK Fords, David Reagan and Brad Keselowski. Josh?
Yeah, Brad Keselowski started 12th. You'll notice he's all the way in the back of the pack at 21st. Checked with the team, told me that's just part of the plan. You'll also notice, of course, his teammate David Reagan right in front of him. It's all part of the plan for RFK.
It's just going to be the execution of the braking and into the stall and everything that he needs to do to stay with the pack and in the right end of it anyway.
After last night, we all left scratching our heads. Where are the Toyotas? I am sold. Trust me, they're fine folks. Daytona 500, optimistic. These cars are extremely fast. All of them have marched to the front. Salt in the first one, a true ecstasy. Bubba Wallace, Bell behind him, Hamlin coming, I promise.
Well, tonight's sequel to that may be Where Are the Fords? They are here in huge numbers, and we thought they might get to the front and dominate. So far, that's not been the case.
Well, Larry, what's changed with both manufacturers?
Yeah, the Toyota and the Ford, complete new body, new Camry for the Toyota, the Ford Dark Horse Mustang. These are really the first competitive race laps of any type they've turned.
And that's why we run the race. You got to get out on the racetrack to see what you have. You can only go through the CFD and the wind tunnel and all those things so many times. The racetrack tells the tale.
Bubba Wallace had only led 3 laps in the dual races before this evening. He's been out front for 14 circuits right now. 7 for Riley Herbst, 6 laps led for Michael McDowell.
Blaney went to move up, make a pass. Byron blocked him, got him really.
Oh, Byron Blaney
turned
into the wall.
Kyle Busch.
And just like last year, Blaney gets caught up in the big one.
Looks like he's getting out okay. Saw it coming. He made the move. Byron made the block, and it just got him stacked up behind him and started tank swapping, and it was gone. It starts with the Blaney behind William Byron. He goes to make a move. Byron with a big block. Watch this. Kind of a late block. Got him stacked up. Went back to the bottom. Side draft, and then just stacked him up behind him.
Kyle Busch got into the back of the 24 and turned him sideways.
And did Brad Keselowski get into the back of Kyle Busch?
How bad it hurt. You're going to see him shoot up right here.
Yeah. You hear him go back to the gas, saving grace.
Sneak through there. Yeah, great.
I saw B.J. McLeod get hit 4 different times. And McLeod battling for the last spot in the field, deep in the pack, last next to the last row.
It shows you how much a 3-wide scenario slows down that line and just the effect that it made.
There they are, battling for the Daytona 500. Kaz Grala must finish ahead of these other 2 cars or he goes home.
It's going to come down to help. Who can get help behind them?
McLeod holding his own, moving up. And once again, we're going to come to the white flag. Brought to you by Credit One Bank, as Denny Hamlin leads them toward the checkered flag. And this battle to qualify is just as good as race 1.
This outside line's forming. These Fords are going for it. Big time push by Cindric into Harrison Burton. Here they come. See Bell move up and slow that momentum, Kevin.
Yeah, he blocked the Fords there with the momentum, and he's going to try to use that. And Denny Hamlin with another aggressive block, and Bell right back in front of the 21.
Almost too aggressive. Not almost. It was too aggressive. Got him down. The momentum goes to the outside with Bell.
Burton just couldn't squeeze down, so Cindric does. Goes underneath Harrison Burton, and it's Austin Cindric chasing Christopher Bell for the win. Grala, McLeod right together side by side. One of them makes it. One of them goes home. Here we come to the line. Christopher Bell's going to win it. Second is Cindric, and making the Daytona 500 appears to be Kaz Grala.
Harrison Burton was really hoping he was going to get that help and stay with him off of 4 by Cindric. Cindric went for it on the bottom.
He's not going to be happy about that.
No.
You know, I think being on the same team, I think Harrison Burton is going to be severely unhappy with Austin Cindric.
Yeah, I think rightfully so.
Grala 12th, McLeod 14th.
100% luck, Adam. That's hard work and studying there, buddy. Great job, boys. Great.
Hey, race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox News, content, and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.